Alright, this is gonna irritate the shit out of me. Hey, Game Room, how you doing? Literally like 5 minutes into my stream, it's gonna start this bullshit already? And I'd gone large screen because I wanted you guys to see the kitty cats. Darius has now gotten up to move along. No. Yep, the kitty cats. We still have the Void Kitty at the moment. Alright, seriously. That is so frustrating. Like... Yeah, we'll put it in this one. Because it... Like, I don't know what it is that causes it. It really does get annoying, though. Because there'll be points where it won't do that crashing shit for weeks. There's other points where it goes like freaking constantly. The really annoying part is right as I hit end stream to reset OBS or Slobs, Streamlabs. Right as I did that, it had come back up and reconnected everything. So now it thinks I started a whole new stream. And it's gonna try and play the ads. Like, immediately. You haven't seen this one before, Grids fan? Hey, Farmer Marks. This game is called Out of Ore. It's a mining simulator developed by North Modding Company of the farm sim modding variety. It's been out for a little over a year. Has had a lot of really good improvements to it over the past year. Some really big changes on the horizon. I picked it up a few days after Christmas and have really been enjoying it. Just, digging, mining, and relaxing. Damn Skippy Quad Light. How you doing tonight there, buddy? Let me do this, because I don't have any mods in chat yet. Quad Light. Tune the Dirt Man. Apologize if I'm missing anybody. I'm not up on everyone that streams, because so many people do nowadays. But I do apologize if I missed anybody. So yeah, we're just kind of continuing where we were yesterday when we left off. I will get to those animal treats in just a second there, Farmer Marks. Tried today and spent more time sliding than pushing, so you parked the machine and came home. Oof. That's no fun, Tim. Hey, champ. How you doing tonight? Another inch coming tomorrow. Nice. Yeah, I was just looking. We got quite a few storms heading into my area here in the next week. 10 days. Not much sleep, but not tired enough to sleep. Yeah, I saw that. You kind of ended stream early, took a nap. Here you are, yep. That's what happens to me, Quad Light. Welcome to the club, buddy. Excuse me. Well, I suppose I need to get to the treat part because I said the word and now I've got a bunch of cats looking at me. They know now, chat. They know. Dragonfire Express, how you doing this evening? Alright, fine. I'll get the puppy first, then I'll get the other 2 cats. 3 cats, rather. They know and they already judged you in the delay. Yes, they did. Nope. Nope, that's all over but the crying, Quad Light. Alright, little one, puppy. Yep, eat the little one. There you go, puppy. Have the big one. I'm doing alright, Dragonfire. I'm doing alright. There you go, buddy. Right there. Darius, you silly kitty cat. Ew. Someone threw up all over there. Hey, buddy. No? There you go, Pickles. Alright, chat, 1 second. I gotta... Pickles. There you go, sweetie. No, we're not gonna bury this mess. Yummy. Pardon me, chat. There we go. Now I gotta get a couple of these ready for Darius. Because he won't eat them until all the other cats go away. So tuck those here. Alright. There we go, chat. So the goal is, thank you for the Farmer Marks for the hydrate. Indeed, indeed. fucking serious right now? Locknuts28, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the channel. How are you doing tonight? Appreciate the alert there, SR Crixus. Not too bad. That's good to hear. Spilling a little bit off the side. Whatever. There we go. Get that last little bit in the bucket. Alright. I doubt we'll get it all done tonight, but I'm hoping I can put a good dent in this lower cut here. Alright, that load done. On to the next one. Alright, got a short little section of wall. We can extend that here in a minute. And it'll be on to the section after that. We're working our way in towards the coal. And start digging some more towards the road bed. Not bed, but the road surface, I should say. It's going to take a lot of coal to come up with the amount of material I need for that road surface, but ultimately I think it'll be worth it. Hello?
Hello.
What's going on there, Randy?
Not much.
How you doing tonight?
Doing about the same as you are. A little out of order. Only you get to stream it. I don't stream anymore. You know that. Well,
Yeah.
at least for not for a while.
It happens.
Yeah, we're gearing up. We've been gearing up for tomorrow through Monday. We're
Big
kind of
project?
we're kind of waiting to see if we're going to be pulled for a storm call.
Ah. Yeah, we've got storms coming in this weekend. I think Saturday, I think this one coming in for us. As well as, I think this one they think might hit us next Tuesday, Wednesday, followed by another one next Friday, according to the 10-day.
Yeah, it's probably the same one's fixing to plow us.
Yeah, it's a little early in their track to get an accurate indication of where they're going to hit on this coast, so
Yeah. Well,
we'll
this
see what
morning when I
happens.
woke up, they were saying anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. Well, and
That's nothing.
it was kind of hit and miss whether or not we would get anything. At noon, they upgraded again.
Yeah.
Anywhere from 2 to 8 inches, and that's just the Sunday storm. The one that we're
Oops.
gonna have
Oh, we're filled that
tomorrow
truck.
morning. Yeah, it'll be all right.
Oh, it just deletes a bunch of the materials, all.
Yeah. That I'm figuring by the time it gets here Sunday, might be looking at 14 inches of snow.
Well, this last storm we got wasn't exactly a fun one. Ended up with like 7 inches, but then it started raining. And got like 2 inches of rain on top of the snow.
Ugh.
So, needless to say, it left quite the mess.
Uh-huh. I don't think there'll be much of a problem with that for us, that's for sure. Um, let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Come on. Find my cursor. Let's
So, yeah,
see.
see what happens.
Tomorrow.
I don't have much faith in the meteorologists. They always seem to be like very hit or miss.
Tomorrow it's supposed to start out 17 degrees and a high of 43. Then it drops back down to 13, and I know this has got to be a typo because there ain't no way. They're saying Saturday is going to be 85 degrees. I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Then
Someone
drop down to, somebody
put their own
boo-booed.
forecast. Yeah, somebody put their own forecast up.
Yeah. And then Sunday they're calling 90% chance of snow with a high of 12 after being at a low of 4 degrees. And then Monday
Yep.
isn't looking any better. -1 and 9 with 60% chance of snow. Yeah. Well, it's going to be a fun one.
Yep.
And we don't even get back above freezing until next Friday. Or no. Yeah, next Friday.
I didn't look at the temperatures. I was just looking at the precipitation, stuff like that. I don't
Yeah.
know what they've got coming for us.
They said about 60% chance tonight is supposed to hit us tomorrow morning. They're saying about 1 inch. That's
34. Snipers Dave, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing tonight? So, tomorrow 33 for a high. Saturday 41 in a frozen mix. And 28, 24, 22 with a chance of snow. 18 with a chance of snow. 20, 21, 19.
Yeah, you're kind of in the same boat we are.
I'm doing alright there, Snipers Dave. Would help if my internet was not being a fucking turd right now. Learn a while while trying to understand what all the different bits of the plant do. Well, if you have any questions, go right ahead and ask. I've got a fair understanding of the way the plant works. This has been going on 2.5 days now, Dave. Yeah, I think a lot of it's just weather related right now because of all the stuff we've had going on. It's been really hit or miss. As long as it remains more stable than it was last night, I'll be alright. We had storms in the UK last week and the week before. Yeah, it's been pretty weird for me. We've been getting some weird storms, and I think there was a lot of winds that just kind of, between the winds and the ice, it kind of made things a little funky. Excuse me. Ice and snow on the way over the coming couple weeks. Yeah, it's been a pretty mild winter for me so far, so I'm not surprised we're finally getting some inclement weather coming in. I know the oncoming headache can go away. Maybe if I'm proactive. Those aren't garages right there, Dave. That's a tunnel. That's a tunnel that goes a kilometer up the hill.
That's the one that goes. Oh, that's right. That's the one you dug. It goes down in the valley.
Yep. So this is my main facility, my main plant, where you see the material coming up from down below. It processes, I keep the dirt, and this is the top where you start with the coal plant map. Here's the other end of the tunnel. It goes into the hill that way, goes over to where that red structure is, and then all the way down the hill to where you see. And throughout the tunnel, there is, I have hoppers, see, right inside the door here. There's hoppers stationed throughout the tunnel. I have walkway access to all my conveyors. And this is the other end where it comes out. Yeah, it took a long time to dig that tunnel. I basically mined it all out. Very little of it did it actually get to, just blown up, other than having to blast solid rock. Obviously solid rock had to be blasted. And like the sections where the conveyors are, that was a lot of Dramite. while I was putting those in, because I already had the tunnel dug beside it and enclosed, so I didn't really have the reach to get into to do the side section. But I mean, for the most part, it was all dug out. That's why I have those little hoppers. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Jesus, not paying attention. There are 4 of those hoppers throughout the tunnel, where I can just back up a truck, dump it in, and it goes up to the plant. Try and build a big plant that is simply, it looks big and complicated because of the layout of it. Yeah, one thing I'm holding off on is finishing the plant at the top of the hill until they put out the workbenches, and I know what that's going to entail, because it may result in me redesigning how the plant lays out. But that display is the GPS setup. So I have a little GPS globe on the back of the wheel loader there, and that tells me the information relative to where I was when I reset the GPS 0. So the left and the right sections are my bucket height off of the 0, and the angle off of the 0, and then in the middle you have the machine angle, as well as height and the XY coordinates on the map. Yep, that's the level 40 unlock part. It's pretty handy to have, especially when you're tunneling, so you know you're going to come out where you want to. But as far as like trying to keep a good height and stuff like that, for digging, it's not as effective as you would think. Level 8 or 9 at the moment? Yeah. Yeah, you'll get there. Did you start on the coal plant map, or did you start on a different one? This one? Yeah, it seems to be one of the more popular ones to start on. Michelle D'Souza? Thank you for the follow and welcome into the channel. I apologize if I got your name wrong. Yep, yeah, it's the only one that's got the automatic sell point currently. I believe that feature will be coming to other maps in the future, but I'm not 100% on that. So I have that hopper leads all the way to the top. This hopper over here is for processing coal and pay dirt. It's basically just a local processing setup underneath here to keep dirt and coal down here for road building, while the good parts of the pay dirt go up top. So all that's under here. Sorter, coal out the top, dirt, pay dirt there, to another sorter, dirt that way, good stuff that way. So, you know, any of the good stuff will drop in there, head on up to the sell point. A little over a kilometer through the tunnel system there. It's pretty good stuff. Been reading loads on the updates to come. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot of the updates. It's pretty cool looking what they've got coming. So, in the meantime, my overarching goal is to strip mine this valley. And I'm starting with this small little cut here off to the side. And then from here, I'll continue on through the rest of the space.
Just promise me one thing when you start getting pretty deep down in the ground. Don't pull a split and drive off the end.
What, the edge of the map, you mean?
No, into the hole.
Oh, into the hole?
Down. Yeah, you know how you
I already did that.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I did that in creative. I detonated a bunch of nukes straight down about 2,000 meters, and then drove a wheel loader into the hole.
Oh.
I had a wheel loader this side reach 330 kilometers an hour. Right down into the hole.
Well, at least you didn't splatter against windshield.
Nope. But I couldn't see to keep detonating nukes. The world fog kind of kicks in to like blur the edges type of deal.
Yeah.
And at least as of right now, that deep, the fog was so thick I couldn't see it. It's like, ew. I wonder if that's gonna get changed before that, or with the next patch, because otherwise it's gonna be really hard to complete one of those quests.
Yeah. Oh, you know he'll fix it.
Oh yeah. So the sorter and the trommel work similar. The only difference is with the sorter, it specifies only dirt and pay dirt out the bottom. Whereas the trommel could end up with dirt, pay dirt, stone, gravel, or, a host of other different things, because it just says anything else. So when you're looking at the parts, or the buildings here, production, sorter specifies everything out the top, dirt and pay dirt out the bottom. Then you have your trommel, which is only these items out the top, everything else out the bottom. Yep, everything other than what's listed. So you could end up with dirt, pay dirt, rock, and other things in through there that aren't included in this list. So typically what a lot of people will do is they'll use a sorter. Like my plant, I have a sorter first, which drops the dirt and the pay dirt out. Hey, Craven. Dirt and pay dirt then goes through a wash plant, and then a trommel. The trommel keeps everything decent. I could use the sorter, but I wanted to use a trommel just to be different. It'll keep all of the decent stuff while leaving dirt to drop out the bottom, which is where the dirt gets recycled. And then the top end of the initial sorter goes out to a jaw crusher for processing blasted rock. Jaw crusher goes into a fractioner to take that crushed rock from the jaw crusher and puts it into gravel, magnetite, copper, bauxite, rhodium, and then all of that material goes into a cell point with the other end of the wash plant set up. Dang it.
Is Twitch having issues again today?
Yeah, I think so.
It shows you a level 5 hype train, but
That was
0
yesterday.
time. Yeah, it's still showing it. Weird.
Sorter, crusher, fractioner, trommel, cell point. Yeah, you don't really need the trommel after the fractioner unless you want to get, like your gravel back or something like that. Yep, I sure did, Craven. Hey, Jay Zambodi.
Well, it took 2 refreshes in order to get it to reset it, so.
I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright this evening. It's been kind of a weird day, but I'm doing alright. Yeah, there is a little bit of a learning curve as to what goes to what. I'm just going off of with that, like the quote-unquote meta, which is the easiest setup. But you can complicate things as much as you want, depending on how you want to sort things out. You know, ultimately it wants to, you know, you can do what you want with it. I've seen people use, you know, save the gravel out of the system for the sake of spreading on their roads to give like a gravel surface on the roads, which you can do. That's why you see like that long stretch there is all coal. I put that down there to give a road surface. I'm all discombobulated right now. Thank you for the lurk there, Xerma. Just looking at selling and making money at the minute. Yeah. I mean, until you get into solid rock, the only thing you really need is a sorter at the top, which will take everything other than the dirt and the pay dirt away. That goes straight into a cell point. And then the dirt, the pay dirt, you run through a wash plant straight into a cell point. That's the easiest setup early on. Because you really don't need the jaw crusher until you start getting into solid rock and blasting and all of that stuff. And then as far as leveling early goes, especially on this map, that lithium vein right there at the kind of going off into the hillside. That's really good experience early on. Also, you have that really big, so your lithium would be scattered through here, but then you have this really big coal vein that comes in through here. That's a really good source of money too, and XP. So you've got options early on if your focus is just on leveling. Me, I kind of started the tunnel almost right off the bat, and that's what ended up bringing me down here, and I got a lot of levels on my way down. Build a big plant that's able to process a lot, ready for multiplayer coming. Yep. Yeah, it's fun. I know. I'm hoping they give us more like blocks and stuff to build with in the future, because. Ooh, excuse me. I do enjoy building a lot. But I mean, I say it's still early because Christian's recently added some other people to the dev team, so I'm sure that's going to accelerate what gets done in the game in the meantime. You know, now he has dedicated people to making the models and other aspects of the game. Hi, handsome. What can I do for you, buddy? Doing a coal vein for now. It's made you levels of money. Yep. It's a really good source of money early. Yep. Yeah, I wish him well with this project because it's really got a lot of promise to it. Hi, kitty cat. Say hi, Darius. Say hi to chat. You're just gonna lay over there? You don't want to say hi to chat? No, you're just gonna stamp back and forth a bunch. You don't know where you're going, do you?
He said, I'm gonna step on your keyboard and your...
Oh, that tickles. That tickles. Your whiskers tickle on my forehead. Every time you get on Twitch, there's more people on it. Yeah. Up until recently, like, I started streaming this, and I don't think there was more than, like, 1 or 2 other people streaming it. Thankfully, some of the people that have kind of come around are also streamers, and now there seems to be more presence on Twitch. Most of the content creation for the game has been on YouTube. But I know when I first started streaming it, there was like 1 or 2 other people, and now it's let's see, Shifting Gears with Coops streams it a bunch, myself, Tatico, the Average Viking has been streaming it. Hi, yes, hey, handsome. You're pushing buttons on my keyboard, making it hard for me to drive. Surfing Cowboy's done some streams of it. He's just waiting for the next patch before he really digs into it. I've gotten a few other people that are streamers into the game, so hopefully, you know, it starts to increase its presence some. And then hopefully, you know, hopefully when multiplayer hits, it really blows up. Because that would be awesome. You've lurked on me a couple times. That's not a problem there, Snipers Dave. I don't mind a lurker. I'm the same way. I lurk in a lot of streams. I've got 4 up right now. Excuse me, kitty. Can I move my mouse, please? Thank you. Normally been in the mine at the same time. Yeah, this is a good one to just kind of chill, relax, and lurk in. Because it's not like there's, you know, jump scares or something like that. That is it the guy I'm watching? Is it my game? Is it, you know, what's going on? It's just chill, relax, and dig some dirt. Fall asleep, too? Yeah. You're welcome, Craven. Glad I could help. Well, that's good. I've got your full alert going right now. Awesome. I appreciate that there, Locknuts. As I said, I don't mind a lurker. At the end of the day, most of the channel revenue comes from ads, so lurkers still contribute just as much. And I'm appreciative of it. I mean, who knows, maybe one of these days I'll become one of these big streamers and I'll turn the ads off, but till then, I enjoy being a small-time streamer. You're welcome, Craven. Can't really use my mouse at the moment, chat, so bear with me.
There he's sitting on it again.
Pretty much.
Yeah, he good at that.
There's a wall there. Hey, handsome. Hey there, Mr. KW. How you doing tonight? Hope things find you well. Hey, Jaskar. It is digging time. Diggy diggy hole. I'm doing alright, KW. About the usual. About the usual. Dude hasn't answered. Hasn't responded. Alright, hopefully things are back, chat. Yeah, is some guy's got his own Discord, supposed to be for helping people with, like, OBS stuff. No, I think in this case it's just Streamlabs being a pain in the ass. So he opened a thing where it's, you know, for him supposed to help me. I explained my issues, and
I've heard nothing.
he hasn't responded yet. So, coal veins, typically when you're looking, you can kind of get an idea which ones are going to be coal and which ones are going to be, like a lithium vein. Give me a second, I'll jump in my drone after I dump this bucket. You can kind of get an idea from looking at the patches on the ground. Yeah, well, the issues with me importing some stuff, it doesn't seem to want to import properly. And I've Googled around, and it just irritates me, so. Alright, so if you look here, one single large patch. This one I happen to know, Game Room, is a lithium vein. Single large patch. That there, single patch. That's a lithium vein. You come over here on this hillside and you see how there's patch. There's a whole bunch of them. Almost connected to each other. These are all coal veins. I sampled that one down there and then I poked a few holes with the pickaxe. So you can kind of get an idea if you look at a spot and it's a single patch, you know, again, like that one over there, chances are it's lithium. If it's a bunch of patches, more than likely it's coal. The other definitive way for sure is you can put that drill piece on the front of an excavator, and that'll drill into the ground and tell you. There's a little screen on it that'll tell you what you've got below it. If you're just running around on foot, though, one surefire way, Game Room, to tell, just get your pickaxe out, walk over to it, and dig into the ground a little bit. You just walk over to the node. Oh, there's one. Let's go see what... Oh, look, there's a lithium node. Tiny little patch. Oh, that's coal. That'll be coal. Coal. This one's likely to be coal. Yep. So you can kind of do one of those numbers too. This is likely to be coal. Yep. Coal. So, I mean, you get the idea. You can kind of do one of those numbers. There is supposed to be on the roadmap a prospecting patch, which is going to be designed around, you know, better ways to prospect for things. Yeah. Alright, Game Room, not a problem. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask.
So, apparently the cats have decided that you didn't do a good enough job cleaning it up.
I know.
They started burying it. And that was around the doorway.
Pickle started it. I cleaned up as much as I could. Look at that butt.
Muffled a hole in my pillow again today, huh?
It was left there. I used it to try and help me sleep. I just need to stop chewing the shit out of my bottom lip right now.
I give you chapstick, but you always go, ew, you get shit on your lips.
Yep.
I won't do that.
We're not doing a very good job keeping this smooth over here, chat.
You stayed up late last night. You go to bed a little early tonight.
Thank you, Darius, for kicking the mouse. I can't wait until he puts in the next-gen vehicles with the better physics. As well as he wants to have a return to dig height function with like the wheel loaders, where they'll snap back to whatever you'd set for a dig height. That'll be really nice.
Yoda, cut it out.
Which truck are you using, Darius?
That is
Alright.
the 867.
Okay. I'm still using the AT20. It's slow going.
Yeah, I mean, starting out, it does take a while to level up. I mean, especially if you're in pay dirt. If you're in pay dirt, it's going to take a while because it seems related to the sell prices of things. You know, the more it sells for, the more experience you get. I don't know if that's necessarily true, because I couldn't find a correlation of like exactly, okay, this sold for X number of dollars, so I got X amount of experience. So for every X dollars, you get X experience. I don't think it's quite that linear.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, if you're in like a lithium vein, you're gonna level way faster than if you're in a just pay dirt.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of two opinions. I'm gonna have to see kind of what changes happen between now and the time multiplayer happens. You know, because that might affect what I decide to do with multiplayer. I mean, I know I'll be doing multiplayer for sure. But is it necessarily going to be off of this save, or do I start a brand new one just for multiplayer? And I think I might do a brand new save for multiplayer potentially. Same basic idea of what I'm doing now, but more people, obviously. Not a problem there, Snipers Dave. So you know that's gonna be kind of a factor in it all. I'm not sure like what I'm gonna end up doing there, because I thought, you know, I've contemplated, well, multiplayer, there's gonna be a bunch of people, crank the experience gain down, and just, you know, a bunch of people, it's not gonna matter, you're gonna go to town.
Oh yeah.
Start with enough money to get a few pieces of equipment for people, and then just set up and go. The problem is, like, you can get a decent cut once, but then when you try to go beside it, it doesn't seem to want to get that same consistent height. So then you do another cut, and it gets wonky, and before you know it, you've cut way down, and you're way below where you want to be. So yeah, I can't wait for the new physics. I think that's going to really help a lot. Keep in mind that nobody knows. Well, this is true. But I think that's where the change for the company aspect is going to come in, Eisenwolf. My guess is whoever hosts the game, it'll go off of their company, not their personal. And thus, you know, the XP will go off of everything will go back to the company that's leased the land. Because you kind of look at it and he says changes that are kind of being implemented for the sake of multiplayer. Alright, well, we're going to get companies, we're going to have land leases eventually and things like that, yada yada yada. Depending on you know, the whole company side of things. I would guess the company change is being implemented with multiplayer in mind. See, like, I'm trying to keep a nice flat surface, and it is so hard to fucking dig a straight goddamn line. I get frustrated at times, because I want to try and dig a nice smooth line, and all of a sudden the tractor will bump, and you get a big hole.
Yep.
Companies laws. Could be. I mean, that could be on the, you know, dependent on how the person sets up the multiplayer game. I'm sure we'll learn more in the future. So, like, I want to do multiplayer, sure, but it's gonna be hard to make a lot of decisions for it until more information is known. Pretty much, Eisenwolf. Pretty much. Till then, just enjoy it and diggy diggy hole. Yeah, what a mess. I'm trying to make a nice smooth transition and it just turns into a giant shit show.
It's okay. I see mine.
Hey, Moss Frog, how you doing? Things are going well. Just starting in some more tonight on the lower bench here.
Hello there, Darius.
Hey, Matt.
What's up, Matt?
Hey, Master, what's going on?
Not much.
They keep it to the level, stays the level. They are in single player, would be locked out of equipment that isn't unlocked for. Who knows? I mean, anything's possible. We'll find out as we go, I guess. Home button. It's going well tonight there, Sir Walshy. I'm just trying to make a nice smooth area over here, and it's turning into quite the shit show, so. Yeah, splits Q&A or more Friday news stuff. I'm hoping Christian starts doing that more regularly with the Friday news things. Especially where he wants to try and get the patch out by the end of the month, but he's like, wait for, watch for more stuff in the future. So, wait and see, wait and see. Yeah. That's why, like I said, I'm hoping Christian is more, I mean, obviously he's really active on the Discord constantly and stuff like that, but I hope he takes the opportunity to do more, sneak peek things and news articles and stuff like that. One, because, I'm really interested in what's coming, but two, it's also a way to kind of keep the hype up, keep people talking about it, thinking about it. Alright, we're almost into another coal vein. That's good. Oops. If people are in the loop, then it gives the impression that devs care. Yeah. You're not wrong. Just the developers in general communicating with the community. It goes such a long ways, right? Acknowledge our thoughts on it all. Why is our conveyors red and not yellow? So, Cope, they recently, after Split's video, got their assets changed. They still work and function the exact same as in Split's video. They just look different because they had their models changed out. Can I get a shout out for Mr. Cope TV, please, somebody? Yeah, they all function the same, but after Split's video, where he went through it, a lot of the assets got changed and updated. Mr. Big Daddy, thank you very much for that. How you doing tonight, Mr. Big Daddy? Let's make sure he gets a shout out too, Mr. Big Daddy.
Yeah.
So we can pour dirt on... Yep. Yep, absolutely. I'm doing alright there, Big Daddy. Thank you, Randy. Yeah, it still functions the exact same. As a matter of fact, I have a tunnel where I initially started up on the hill where I have 3 conveyors on the floor that I can just dig back up, dump it on the floor, dig back up, dump it on the floor. That still functions the exact same. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, again, it changed in an update after Split's video. Does it mean that eventually they may change the functionality of the conveyors around? It's a possibility, but that's speculation on my part and spitballing. And honestly, I didn't even notice it really until like I started playing, and then I'm like, wait a minute, all this stuff looks different. Because the conveyors, like the conveyor ups, for example, used to go end to end and make almost a straight, smooth transition ramp-wise. So you'd see a lot of people place those down and use them to drive on as their ramps down into a tunnel. Now the conveyors kind of have a hitch at the top and the bottom where they straighten out, which wasn't there before. So you can no longer use them as a drive-on to go down a hill. But back then, I don't think they had the 4 blocks that form the ramps like we have now. So, at the end of the day, a lot of stuff is still very fluid with the game, but the functionalities haven't changed. Underground, under the roads. Yep. Yeah, I mean, you can still use them as your roads underground if you want to. I've seen Tatico, I've seen Coops, and others all do it that same way. When they put the new ramp blocks in. Yeah. That's why I was saying, like a month or so ago, month or two, whenever it was, they put in the new ramp blocks, and the conveyors all got a different model at that time. Yeah, the steel mesh, I think, was it the steel mesh or the actual steel building parts? I haven't studied those as closely. Oh yeah, now it's red but paintable. Hello. Spilling material. Spilling material. Yeah, that could be part of the reason, too, why the conveyors all changed, because now you can even paint your conveyors, and you never used to be able to do that. You'll also notice, too, there were subtle changes to the sorter and trommel and stuff like that from beforehand. They got a subtle change. Those weren't paintable before. They also looked a little different. Let me go to that. Hold on. Be easier this way. It will be easier this way. One moment, chat. Where was it? I really need to, like, favorite this video or something. I know I couldn't have watched it that far back. There it is. So, once again, I'm going to link this split in two video in chat here. Here's your old hopper look versus
those that don't have, that aren't
your new hoppers. They're a little different.
Subscriber and ads.
Ads just hit.
Yep. Sorry, I wasn't
Good
trying
catch.
to interrupt you.
No, good catch. I'll just dig this until the ads get over. We'll continue that in a minute, chat.
Alright, you're back.
You sure? Still listening at like a minute and a half left.
No, my ads are going off faster. I don't know.
Could be, I don't know. It's a bit wonky tonight. Things have been screwing up, so. Hard to say. But I'll wait till it says the ad break progress is over just to be safe. Just to be safe. Level 68.
Racking that whip.
Alright. Looks like that says everything's over. We're back. Good to go. I'll park this up over here. Alright. Now, where was I? So, you look at the model on the hopper. Not a huge change here, but you notice the side looks a bit different. So it changed a little bit. This here is the sorter. If you look at this sorter, you can see that one changed quite a bit. Because now you don't have this up anymore. It just comes straight in the top. You also don't have these exits here. So it just goes straight in the top now, and then exits straight out the bottom. Looks different. The sides don't look too horribly different, but under here, again, this pipe look got changed. So that got changed. The wash plant didn't get changed a lot, but there were some changes to the wash plant. Autosave, 1 second. No, Jedi, I am not. I am far from out of ore. That's what I've heard, Jedi. That's what I've heard. So, you know, the wash plant, not a huge change here. These panels got a little bit better. The pipes now run a little differently. A little bit. So you get some subtle differences to the wash plant. The jaw crusher, not a huge change on the jaw crusher. It still works. It still looks very similar. This doesn't even really show it. I'd have to go look at the actual unit itself. But it's still very similar. Before, though, you could pass a belt through here. Now it's got a collision box on it, and you can't do that. The fractioner. Again, not a huge change to the fractioner, other than this stuff on the sides here got changed around. You know, trommel, same idea as the sorter. You no longer have this little ramp here anymore. So those changed. And then if you look here, this is what your up used to look like. It didn't have that little notch in it. So they made a perfectly smooth, well, almost perfectly. There was still a little tiny notch here, but almost no notch at all one to the next if you look at it, see? So this was dropping 2 blocks every 4 instead of 1 block every 4. It made for a much steeper angle, but you could still drive a lot of stuff up and down this. So that's what people used to use for their ramps down into mines. Then these changed when we got the ramp blocks. But you see how Split put the jaw crusher right through the wash plant? You can't do that anymore. Welcome back, Mossfrog. So the storage box, I think, changed slightly as well. I think it got bigger. So there were some subtle changes there. You can see here in this image, this is what the conveyors used to look like. They weren't as boxed in, and you had a little bit of a grading across the top of it. But, yeah, there were some subtle changes to it. But the big change is now it's paintable. So you know when you walk up to it with a can of paint, you can make it look like whatever color you want, and you couldn't do that before. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, handsome. What can I do for you? Hi. You make it really hard to keep my bucket level when you smack in my hand with your head. Oh, is this what you need? This is what the happy kitty needs. This is what the happy kitty needs. Thank you. Yes, I know the 3-in-1 vacuum cleaner is in your way, but I need to charge it, buddy. Sorry, can't help it. That little thing is great for keeping PC clean. And the battery died while Daddy was trying to clean stuff up earlier. So I gotta charge it. Now, because it's got a short charging cord, the battery, or the box is on the desk where he would normally lay down. And he's
so that's
upset.
why he's not happy.
Yep. Cat's gonna be a cat, right?
Duh. Cats don't like anything we do to them, even if it's nice stuff.
Nah, not my kitty. My kitty loves it. He's a happy boy.
Our kitty probably would be if she hadn't been made fun of by all her brothers and sisters and been made to eat the last and punished. She's the special kitty cat, we call her.
Well, mine's a spoiled, rotten kitty cat.
Oh, she's spoiled, believe me, but not from us.
Kitty. Thank you.
He's like, I'm gonna be in your way. Look at my butt. Right?
Pretty much. Stomp on the keyboard.
Right. Jeez.
That's why I nicknamed him Stampy.
Makes good. It's a good name for him. Does it?
Oh, you remember the Simpsons episode where Bart wins an elephant?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna call him Stampy, because the thing's stomping around the backyard, just smashing everything to shit.
Yeah. The good old Simpsons.
And now he's fast asleep. Yes, I'm talking about you. It's okay. You're a cute sleeper. You know that, kitty cat? He's a strange one when he sleeps, because he loves to, like, tuck his head in and do all these weird little things. Radio competition. I remember he wins the elephant. I don't remember the specifics of how he wins the elephant. But yeah, he gets an elephant and then just starts stamping around the backyard, stomping on the doghouse and everything in sight. And he goes, I'm going to call him Stampy. Elephant walks over, grabs Bart, sticks him in his mouth. Yanks Bart back out, puts him down. Bart's like, cool. Uh-huh, sure. That's the first thought I'd have. Alright. It's snowing, chat. Yay.
Yeah, it's going on mine too.
That'll be a cool feature to look forward to down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Split said that the Split said the assets that were used for the weather, Christian has it turned off right now, but if he wanted to, he could turn it on so that like rainwater, snow, that type of stuff would accumulate on the ground.
Oh, very interesting. Be interesting to see if he does it.
What Split said is he wants to turn it on when it goes to Unreal 5.
Cool. And that's the one thing I love is he's
That-
at least gonna try to get to an Unreal 5. You know?
That I think would be pretty freaking awesome. Digging a hole in the ground, then all of a sudden it's raining and your hole fills with water.
Oh yeah. That would be.
Is there going to be like some sort of a pump system? Yeah, well, that could be the reason why it's off right now, Craven. Is it just be like the engine might not be able to handle it and all of the dirt functions too? So as the dirt functions evolve and the engine gets more refinement with the way the game is set up, so more the game refinement than anything,
Mm-hmm.
that could play a factor in it. And then on top of that, waiting until you're on Unreal 5 when the engine can better handle that type of stuff could be part of the reason why it's off right now too.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Other than, like Christian and them. Ugh. My stomach is not liking my dinner suggestion.
What'd you have for dinner?
We got a local, convenience store, does food. And we used to go... We've got two of them about the same distance from our house. One delivers, one does not. The one that delivers has this thing called a chicken feed. And basically it's a giant box full of chicken fingers and fries. Or chicken tenders and fries. But you can substitute the fries for potato wedges. And they have seasoned potato wedges that are actually really good. We haven't had that in forever. And I recommended to the wife, because we don't have anything pulled and defrosted for supper or any of that stuff. And we haven't done that in a while. We've got some leftover cash from Christmas. Why not do that? Then nobody has to run out of the house. They'll deliver it. Done deal. And, yeah. Stomach's not agreeing too kindly with it. That or it could be the root beer I had with it, too.
Yeah, possibility.
Combination thereof. Who knows? Who knows? Nobody knows. The trouble I've seen.
I hope that's not from Spaceballs, 'cause it sure sounds familiar.
It
The
might
first
be.
place I went.
What's
Yeah.
wrong with Spaceballs? It's a good movie. I need to watch that
It is a good
with the
movie.
kids this weekend.
I love the one where
Yeah,
he goes.
Nobody thought she would be a base.
The one I love is when he's
She's been
calling all the
changed
guys
from
and-
suck to blow.
Or the best one for Rick Moranis is he goes, "Who's an asshole?" Everyone raises their hand. He goes, "I'm surrounded by assholes." And they go, "Aye, sir." It's like, oh my gosh, can you not be any funnier?
Sir, they've gone plaid.
Oh yeah.
Exactly, Wade. It's not a good movie. It's a great movie. I just love the fact that yeah, use the Schwartz. The can of liquid Schwartz they put patent pending.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, I love the fact that
I gotta go have dinner, so I'll see you
Yeah.
guys later.
I love the fact that Elon's a big enough Spaceballs nerd that they called their top end Tesla model plaid. Like, yep, that's cool. But I think Saturday I want to try and do a double movie feature. Spaceballs followed by Weekend at Bernie's. What? My wife's giving me this look like it wouldn't be the greatest idea in the world. But what?
I didn't like Weekend at Bernie's. It was not my thing.
I didn't say you had to watch it. My Schwartz is bigger than yours.
I'm more about
History of the
Better
World,
watch
Part
out.
1. Don't think I've seen that one.
That little Indian, that little midget Indian you got there, she'll whoop your butt.
She's not an Indian.
Thought she was part Cherokee.
No,
Irish.
she's Irish, English, Scottish,
French.
Oh, that's it.
French. Oh, she does apparently have a small amount of Native American in her.
Yes. My great great grandmother on my mother's side.
Great great grandmother on her mother's side.
Ah,
What tribe?
I don't remember off the top of my head. It was northern New Hampshire.
Whatever tribe was from northern New Hampshire.
Seneca probably.
I'm going to take this opportunity while I'm up away from the computer to stretch and use the bathroom. So 1 second, chat.
He will return unless she decides to break him. I gave him so much crap. Ah.
She's already tucked in bed. She ain't going to do nothing.
She ain't gonna do nothing to me. Big sad.
Nah. She's already rolled over, tucked in bed. She's going to be out of it in about 2 minutes. Check it out. Oh, it's another Mel Brooks movie?
Oh, History of the World Part 1? Yeah. Yep, Mel Brooks.
Maybe I'll do it a triple feature and I'll do Spaceballs, Weekend at Bernie's, Robin Hood Men in Tights. We're men in tights, tights. Thank you there, Xerma, for the lurk. I didn't say Abe Lincoln, I said hey Blinken. Pay no tolls, you get no rolls. Knocks him into the inch-deep stream. Freaking out, I'm drowning, I'm drowning! You saved my life. Can't swim.
Not purposely.
Where's the castle? I thought it felt a little drafty around here. Call the locksmith. Yeah, Achoo. Bless you. No, that's my name. Achoo.
That's you, motherfucker. Got shit in it. Yeah, I think okay.
Yeah, when comedy was funny because not everybody got offended at every little thing. Of course, the question is, if I do this movie thing, can I even get my oldest to come out of his bedroom?
Yeah, doubt it.
Worked in Blazing Saddles. From this point forward, all toilets will be known as Little John's. I object. I've not yet had a chance to kiss the bride. Oh. Tatico coming in with a raid. Welcome in, everybody. How was your stream there, buddy? I've been lurking the whole time. But how was it? Thank you there, Big Daddy, for that. It was great. Good to hear. Well, there's one more window I can close. Woohoo, slowly. Happens like every night. I've tried to get so many windows up at the moment. Got distracted and tried different things. That happens. That happens. Hey, Schnapple. I'm back. Hope adding solid rock into pit bottom. Maybe keep coal separated. And taking coal and also take... Yep. Yeah, that's the problem. It'll take... if you've got a loose material next to solid rock, you can dig the solid rock with the looser material. And currently there's no way to separate out the solid rock. It is planned for him to add solid rock to the jaw crusher, I believe. So it will process it as if it were blasted rock. For those occasions when you do accidentally pick it up. So, till then, it's kind of is what it is, I guess. That would be cool, yeah. Yeah, something to like put on the top of your tunnels that would support material, not just delete it unless you have an absolute boatload of it there. That would be nice. But we're just processing along. Holy cow, I didn't realize we're approaching 12 million. We're back into the coal deposits. So we'll start finally getting some more material for our floor, for our road. I kind of ish found a way to make roads look asphalt-ish. Oh, I didn't quite catch all of it. Like I said, I was lurking. Had you up in a small window there, but wasn't truly paying attention, so to speak. Yeah, you're using coal. That's what I've been doing. It's not the easiest to roll out, but it kind of works the way I've been doing it. There's probably a better way. Actually, I kind of like that that other truck you were using there for dropping out the material because it spreads it less. It will hold less, sure, but it doesn't like spread it as far out. You've got more control over it as it comes out. No, if you're talking the 4 blocks, the 4 concrete blocks, they drop a meter. No, you're right, 2 meters, because they drop 1 block height. They drop 2 meters in height, because the blocks are 2 meters by 2 meters, yeah. For some reason, I keep thinking the blocks are only a meter high because, you know, you can jump yourself up on top of one like it's nothing. And last I checked, you know, you gotta have quite the jumps to go 6 feet in the air. Somebody remove the pogo spring from my ass, please. But yeah, I started a little bit on my road. Then I got down here to the lower cut. I've got kind of the left edge of it down. Now I'm kind of working back towards the corner again. Slowly. I should probably bring the roller into that little area on the bottom there to get a nice smooth, I say a nice smooth, but a more even, steady base to work off of. Yep, slow and steady. Of course, I say slow and steady, but I'm moving some pretty good amounts of dirt through here. Love to use excavator grading bucket. Yeah, well, most of the buckets are like that. Actually, most of the blades are like that in general. Actually, originally when I started down here on this lower cut, I was trying the face digging excavator. You know, the one with the clamshell bucket. But
One
when
for
you go to
underground?
this one here, the problem is the material starts on the edge of the teeth,
Oh, okay,
not in the
yeah.
back. So when you open this up to dump, it spits out of here, then falls through. So it like fountains everywhere.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. Like, well, that needs to be adjusted.
Mhm. I'd like to see him come up with a bucket for the, because they have them for the front end loader that does that, that opens.
Yeah,
like
the
that.
they're four-way buckets.
Yeah.
They don't make four-way buckets for excavators this big, or for
Probably
wheel
not.
loaders this big.
Probably not. But,
Well, I looked it up yesterday. This is based off the Laterno uh, L2350. It looks almost identical. It's an almost identical machine. And when you look at the pictures of how big the Laterno is, yeah, they don't make four-way buckets that big, Chief.
yeah, well.
It was designed to side load these rock trucks. It has a 7-meter height reach.
Damn.
And one of the pictures of it has, like, I don't know, 35 people standing in it. That's it.
Yeah. Well, that definitely,
You don't get a four-way bucket for that.
no, that might be a little hard.
This they don't make a four-wheel drive, but they don't make a four-way bucket for that thing.
Oh, and he is trying to stay pretty realistic,
Yeah,
so.
there you go. There's a Cat 994 and the Laterno wheel loader next to it.
Yeah. Good for a family reunion. You dump all your relatives into a dump truck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think it started out as a Laterno, but it's now owned by Komatsu.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do Komatsu and 13 Elephants have in common? About the same goddamn size.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing, it has a 72-ton lift capacity in that bucket. 72 tons. Every time you lift that bucket up, think about the numbers on that.
Yeah, really.
That's just monstrous in size. But when you look at this thing with the arms on it and the way the everything sit, it's basically is a Laterno. It's even, I think yeah, LW 2350.
Yeah.
So, yeah, who knows? I'm not 100% sure on the dump trucks, though I think they are based off of a cat dump truck.
Yeah. That's a cat style. Or a Tonka dump truck, which was cat.
You know, I mean, it's hard to say, like, specifically, because of course he branded them whatever for the sake of not getting in trouble.
Yeah.
But look, with digging, it's time to have a nap before the little one wakes up again. Alright there, Tatico. You take care, get some rest. We'll catch you later. Debating if I should do it or not, but I'll be nice. I'll wait. It's gonna be a busy rest of the month. Hey there, Neon. The mining is going really well, actually.
Yeah.
It's going really well. But I'm gonna finally be picking up construction sims, so I'll probably do some multiplayer of that. Beginning of February, the DLC for Empyrean comes out. So I'm gonna want to play through that story. I know at some point, is it March? Late February, I think? Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming out. Then you have, yeah. For sure. If you're around. Then of course you have, of course, there's Trouble himself that gave you the freaking pointed it out. The hell's that damn MMO Neon? I'm thinking Neverwinter, but it's not. It's
Diablo.
no, it's not a Diablo game. It's
EverQuest.
no, it's more of a smaller scale MO. Yeah, well, I keep thinking. No, it's not PAX Day. Nightingale. Thank you, Sir Welshie.
Yeah, okay.
Nightingale. That one looks really good. That one looks really good. Yeah, Nightingale's not far off. So that's gonna be on the horizon. And that one I can say is Neon's fault, because he's the one that pointed it out.
Always gets blamed.
Well, he deserves the blame for that one.
Probably deserves blame for a lot of stuff, but oh well.
Nah. I assign it where it's due.
It's so much fun to pick on Neon anyways.
Like, the DLC for Empyrean. I didn't know about it until Evil said something, Evil Reyes, so that's his fault. Sounds like I'm talking to myself.
He ain't talking to himself, that's for sure.
That'd be quite the talent. Enshrouded looks good. Ooh, Fallout London, yeah. Can't hear Discord.
Ah, that's why he thinks you're talking to yourself.
Let me turn Discord up some. Can you guys hear him now?
I hope they can. What you think, Amethyst? You think you can hear me now?
Nah, I Discord was, you know, bane of streaming. Fucking audio.
Yep.
Every time you think you've got your levels set right, you know. Oh god, turn it back down.
Amethyst, good thing they ain't got a camera on my hand.
Probably be given the same symbol I gave the jackass when I was leaving my son's school this afternoon.
Probably.
So, well, had to go pick up my kid because bus wasn't running today. So, at the same time, he needs driving practice still. So, fine, you drive home.
Mm-hmm.
And the way my kid's school yard exits, basically it turns onto the same road as the transfer station.
Yeah.
And it's a yield sign. So as he was coming up to it, I told him to, you know, he looked but didn't see the truck coming. So I'm like, stop. But he rolled out too far, and I'm like, no, go. You know, stopping right in front of the dude. So we go down to the end of the road, and there's a left-hand and a right-hand turn. So we pull to the left, and the dude in the pickup truck pulls to the right. Like he's going to go right. And I'm like, well, pull forward a little bit because you can't see. Just a little bit further because the pickup truck pulled forward as he pulled forward. And then, you know, all of a sudden the truck pulled forward again. And I'm like, well, just wait for this idiot to turn right because we can't see any oncoming traffic. So then what's the guy do? From the right hand lane goes out to the left, out around my son.
Yeah.
So then we drive a couple 100 feet down the road, and he turns into the Aubuchon parking lot. So I reached over, hit the horn on my son's car, and flipped the dude off like douche rocket. Darius, don't answer yourself. That must be pretty bad. Yeah. As you and I just found out, they called off school tomorrow. Get a paid day off. Nice, Jedi. Amethyst asked how you're doing, though, Randy.
I'm doing good.
So yeah, it's just like, what a douche, you know?
I was telling Darius earlier, I'm just getting ready for a storm call if it comes. Still got to go to work tomorrow. It sucks, but yeah.
Yep. Buses aren't running where you are tomorrow? Yeah, see, my oldest's bus didn't run today. The youngest, his bus isn't running tomorrow. They don't have spare drivers to cover. Or enough spare drivers to cover. So what they'll do is they'll shift things around so that you know, one day this bus might be off, the next day a different bus is off. So it's not always the same one being off type of deal. Just so happens that, you know, we have my kids are on 2 different buses. 14 inches of snow starting tomorrow. Nice, Jedi. Minus
Amethyst,
47
you
wind
can keep that weather up there.
You can keep that shit, Amethyst.
That's right. Already gonna be bad enough as it is. I think it was Amethyst's fault why we're getting this polar vortex coming down on us.
Ooh, I like Moss Frog's weather.
Oh heck yeah. $32°C. What is that in Fahrenheit? That's
It's like 80 something, I think.
yeah. I'd love that.
Might even 90s. Thank you. I was just
90s?
thinking. I think it's even higher than that. Yeah. Arctic blast all around. Definitely not the blast you want. Yeah. Glad I'm on days off, not leaving your house for nothing. I don't blame you there. Don't blame you there.
It's supposed to be. What did I say it was gonna be, Darius?
Not warm.
Yeah. In the morning, it's supposed to be 17 degrees with a high of 43, if it makes that far. Then back down to 13.
Below the freezing point starting tomorrow at midnight for at least a week.
Yeah.
It's 20 something here right now.
We don't get back above freezing until next Friday, after tomorrow. A week of this shit. Look like an Oklahoma popsicle.
Yeah, that's nothing. I can't complain too much. It's been a really mild winter this year, so.
Yeah, but you all get rough winters. We ain't used to them in Oklahoma. I mean, jeez. Now, if I was in Kansas, yeah, maybe.
We had a few feet of snow here. You still have work. Downside of living on site. That would be a downside of living on site, yep.
Yeah. Upside to it, though, is you're making killer money.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Not all jobs that work on site are killer money.
True.
Yeah. Depends on the industry.
Yeah.
Now, if you're like out in the oil fields or something like that, yeah, it's probably killer money. You know, on a remote mine site or something like that, probably killer money.
Yeah.
I-80 and 90 are both closed out west. You work
That
in a
sounds
hospital?
about right.
Oh, yes, you do work for it, Neon. I didn't say it was free killer money. I just said you make killer money.
Yeah.
This is...
I gotta get a joystick to play this game. I keep hitting the exit key.
It is really fun there, Snoo. I've been enjoying it a lot. If you're not familiar, this is called Out of Ore. It's a massive mining simulation game. Very much work in progress, but getting a lot of really nice updates, including a big one coming the end of the month. You're able to dig and build anywhere across one of 7 different maps that can be, I mean, this one's at least 400 square kilometers. And it goes down, 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 down. Is the coal map the only one? Yes, currently, Hectate, the coal map is the only one with an auto sell point. I think sell points will be coming to some of the other maps in the future. It's been speculated, but I don't know if it's necessarily been confirmed by Christian. It could have been somewhere, I just haven't seen that particular response. Most likely they are Schnapple, yes. I just won't speak for the other maps because I haven't specifically gone to check them myself. I wouldn't imagine that one's massively bigger than another, but, you know, no, I think autosave is built into it because it's right in the options. You can set it right in the autosave. It's the only one with an auto sell. Yeah, I think that's what's likely to happen as well, Craven. Yeah, no, sell point. There's a building up on the hillside that will take the material and automatically sell it. Alright, just because it's mostly an open quarry, desert-looking map. Yeah, it's hard to say, Moss Frog, without, you know, getting on the map and, like, checking the boundaries. Yeah, there's I mean, you know, not having put as many hours into this as some people have, it's tough because I know some stuff, but I by no means am I an expert. So, you know, I always want to qualify that yes, from what I understand and what I know, this is the information, but that's obviously subject to change and may not be 100% accurate because I could be mistaken in my thoughts. He says 7, but I think it's really only 6. Because 2 maps are the same, I think. But let's go find out. Wait a second. I gotta wait till I empty that truck. One thing I've found is if you have material in a truck or a bucket and you save and exit the game, or load the save, that material gets disappeared. And ads just hit anyway. Well, that's the curious part, Craven. I know the southern bound is around about 10 kilometers from the center point of the map, because it's minus 9,880 meters or something like that from zero, going off of the XY coordinates. Technically it's 98,000, so it's like 9,800 meters, so about 10 kilometers. So if one were to assume a square map, you know, granted I haven't checked all four sides, but if one were to extrapolate square map 10 kilometers to a direction, that would mean it's 20 by 20, and it's only 400 square kilometers for this map. Roughly. Yeah, well, what I'm thinking is that 400,000 may not be accurate. There could be a decimal point that needs to move. Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking, Tatico, is it could be like meters or something. Because remember, your XY up here is in centimeters. So could something have moved and somebody made a simple math thing? So it could be 400,000 square meters, which would be 400 square kilometers per map. You know, that would make sense. But as far as this goes, Tutorial and Forest Quarry are the same map. So you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 maps. Though Forest Hills and Coal Plant may be very similar, minus this. You know, it could be he took this map and put that on it. Conveyors connected and all facing the right way, and right before and after it comes out, it spits some of it out. So what happened there, Schnapple, is it didn't fully align the pieces together. What I found tends to happen is if you're in grid mode, when you're putting your pieces together, sometimes it will snap to the grid and not to the conveyor, for example. So they're not fully aligned, they're just a touch off, if that makes sense. And it'll cause it to spill out everywhere. I had the same thing happen when I was snap build it. Basically start with one on grid, so it locks it to the grid nicely, and then from there snap build it. Like I said, I had the same thing happen in my tunnel system with all my conveyors. And what was happening was between this point here, I have a hopper right underneath here. Between this hopper and coming up to the hopper here, down to a hopper over here, several points in along those, you would look at it, and it'll be best if I show you, because it'll make a lot more sense if I can look at it specifically. So you have these points here where the arrows line up, and what was happening is this line here was shifted in like here. So it wasn't quite lined up. And it was causing it to popcorn out all over the place. You know, the material was just flying everywhere. It was really frustrating. One thing you can try to see if it helps is like if you put a conveyor on here and kind of look at where the end lines up. You know, you can kind of see how it snaps to either side and kind of lines up one way but not the other way. You can kind of mess around with that and see which one is the offending belt and fix it. But like if it's popcorning at this junction, I would take everything from there down and snap build it. Take it all out and snap build it back in type of deal. Hey, Puncher. So, yeah, like, I mean, if it were coming through this hopper, it made it around the corner and started spewing out here at this joint, I would take everything from here to the end of your line, back out again, and start over here. Or, you know, if this distance is really short, yank it up here and then snap it back on from there. Yeah. Alright, sounds good there, Schnapple. Get yourself something to eat. Sounds good. Not much, Puncher. Just, you know, another night digging in the mine. Making some good progress over here. Goody. The stupid vacuum cleaner's freaking done.
Oh, you got one of the Roombas?
Nope. Nope. It's a 3-in-1 little clean, like vacuum / air duster. I don't know if you can see that box well or not.
Ah.
So it's
Okay.
a little rechargeable.
Ah, okay.
All the sound effects. So it's got a little vacuum side you can pull off. It's got a little removable filter, and then if you pull that off, this side blows air out. So you get little like you get little attachments like this one here. It puts a really, really tight air point on it. And this thing's like a rechargeable can of air. Fucking thing's amazing.
That's the way I have it.
You know, if you need a little less pressure, you get this one. So it's great for, you know, blowing dust out of the keyboards or getting into your computer and getting like the fans clean and shit.
Yeah.
And it's just a rechargeable. It comes with a USB plug. You plug it in there, plug it into a USB port, charge it up, and the fucking thing works great. And it stops me from having to buy cans of air constantly.
Yeah, considering a can of air costs you about $7 right now. Down here, I don't know what they cost up there. Ain't cheap.
So yeah, I mean the thing works good, and it also has little bristle brush attachments in it there too. So you know you can put like right there. I don't know if you can see it well. This side's probably better. Little bristle brushes and stuff like that go on it. So it's yeah, like I said, it's good for getting in and dusting and brushing things clean. So every now now and then, just kind of take it to the, take the side off the PC and go through it, blow the dust, the cat hair out of the keyboard.
Yeah.
Works great. But I went to blow the dust out of my keyboard earlier. It got a little bit of dust out of it. Went to change the attachment because it looked like it was pretty full. So I went to clean the little filter off.
Uh-huh.
Could have turned the thing back on again and click, click, click. You son of a bitch. Gotta plug it in.
Well, yes, there it is.
So I had just been charging it. It's nice too because the little USB plug has a light in it that turn green when it's charged, type of deal. So I happened to look over and see it was charged. Yes, I know, Darius. You get your spot back. Oh, let's just. Oh, Daddy forgot to put a piece back in the box. I'm gonna have to fix that.
Uh-oh. Yeah, won't be losing them toys.
I wouldn't have even known had he not pawed at the piece underneath the back edge of the keyboard. Yes. You can now walk over there again. He was upset with me for the box being on the desk earlier. Well, it's because it was sitting in front of my keyboard underneath the monitor edges. And he likes to occasionally curl up there when I've got when my steering wheel is on the edge of the desk. It creates quite a little spot for him to curl up and lay down in front of my keyboard. But the box was there. Huh, Darius? So yeah, we're just gonna get right back into the mine here. Oh, excuse me, chat. So tough to get a nice straight level line in here.
Yep.
Part of it, like Tatico said, is you start looking at the buckets and like when they make contact with the ground, and they don't make contact when you think they would. So it's hard to judge when they're gonna remove material.
Yeah.
That's another part of the whole situation too, is if you just try to put the bucket straight down on the material, it'll start to dig out material underneath the bucket and fill the bucket, instead of only digging material when you're moving forward with the bucket. So there's some, it's tough there too, because you try to, hey there Viking Hammer, appreciate the lurk, buddy. Have a mod in chat, could get him a shout out please. Awesome streamer, make sure you guys go check him out. Does a lot of ATS. He's what I like to call the professional virtual trucker. Granted, he did a lot of trucking beforehand too, so digging's going good there, Viking.
You beat me to it again. I'm getting slow in my old age. I just brought his name up and clicked on it and went back to remove something so I could find his name. Bloop. popped up. I'm like, yeah, well, oh well.
That's where the @ button comes in handy.
Yeah.
Exclamation SO
That-
space @ VI.
Yeah.
Okay, that one.
Yep.
You're very welcome there, Mr. Viking. When you go over there, make sure too you wait for him to get nice and settled in and you hit that drop the bass. He loves it.
Yeah, I saw how much he loves it.
Hashtag damn it,
I've seen
Darius.
those. Yep.
Utterly's wife started it one night, then Utterly started saying it, then Viking caught on, and now I get it, both their channels. It'll go off and hashtag damn it, Darius. Speaking of, Utterly's looking way too intense and focused. See, what? Let's watch.
Drive-by Darius bombing.
Now I know what I forgot to do.
What?
That's what Craven said.
Oh.
There goes Scully plays. That's alright. Last night, Viking changed his stream title to include hashtag damn it, Darius. Oh, nice. You did add it there, Viking? That's awesome. What, did Utterly add it too? That's right too, yeah. Craven went and put a Alright, now I gotta check it. No, Utterly didn't add it. Oh, it was yes. Oh yeah. Craven yesterday had put something on Twitter with hashtag damn it, Darius in it too. Said he was going to. You know you have it, Mike. Well, I will make sure I do so, Viking. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to search for that. I'm already lurking in your channel, Viking. I'm making a mess. Spilling shit everywhere. So I think what I need to do is go a little bit further here. And then,
Fix the wall.
no, what I was going to say is, get in here with the roller and smooth the ground right here. So that it, gets, easier to dig off of and keep, you know, a smooth level surface.
Okay.
Oh, just wait now for your official start date. Nice. Good to hear there, Craven. Glad to hear it. Damn you. I missed. Missed again. The problem with not building on grid. Yep. Yeah, just because. It looks better that way, right? It goes a pretty fair distance. Yeah. Goes all the way over there. I could put a building into the wall. I actually thought about maybe doing it along the back there somewhere, but... yeah, just a retaining wall. I've thought about trying to, I think after this next truck, what I'll do is I'll park the loader off to the side. Oop. Make sure I mute that. We don't want to get echoes or all kinds of extra sounds coming in. I'll park the loader off to the side and run in there with the roller quick. Give me a nicer surface to work off of. Hey there, buddy. Hi, handsome. What can I do for you, buddy? Whoops. You almost missed. You almost fell, handsome. You got all excited stamping back and forth. Look at you. Yes. What can I do for you, handsome? What can I do for you, Mr. Darius? What can I do for you, buddy? You know, there's nobody up top. Want to come back up here? There's nobody up here right now, handsome. People talking about making a load of money with the dozer. Yeah. I saw that somebody was complaining, oh, the dozer's OP because I can shove too much dirt into the thing. Well, if it's OP, then don't use it that way if that's how you feel about it. But it's really not OP compared to what it was. Then the guy gets bent out of shape when somebody gives him a hard time about, you know, saying it's OP.
Last I heard, the dozer was deleting stuff.
I can delete stuff with this thing.
Yeah, you can delete it with any of them, but the dozer's the worst of them.
Well, right now the dozer's actually really weak compared to what it used to be. You can barely move some of the material now.
Yeah.
It got a huge nerf a few patches back. Which Christian had planned on doing that nerf, given how the performance was on the machine.
Yeah.
And what happened was Split did a video using it to shove a ton of material into hoppers. And right after that video dropped, there was a patch that the dozer got nerfed. And no, it wasn't because Split said something. Christian clarified that read down a little further. And Christian says,
Yeah.
well, I had already planned on doing the nerf prior to Split's video, but because the patch came out basically right at the time that Split's video came out,
Yeah.
Split
Everybody.
got Split got blamed for the nerf.
Uh huh.
It just happened to be bad, coincidental timing basically.
Yep.
Just coincidental timing, unfortunately. But, everybody blames Split because Split was the one that had it in the video doing the reason, part of the reason why it got nerfed. So what can you do?
He don't much care either way it goes.
No, and I'm sure Split did say something prior to his video coming out about how OP it was. That's what Split'll do. He'll find the most OP way to wreck shit. And, if it's OP, if it's too OP, he'll absolutely report it back.
Split tries to break games. That's his fun thing to do is break a game. He will pound a game and find flaws.
Well, that reminds me, I need to go back to Satisfactory at some point too. I took a break from Satisfactory belting to come try this out, and now here it is. It's like I should have gone back to that a while ago, but I got addicted to this. But I'm in belt hell right now in Satisfactory, so it was like I took a break from it,
Yeah.
Well, let's just say right now I finished my copper plant. I'm getting ready to do the Caterium factory. Or, sorry, the Quickwire factory. Because I already have the Caterium being processed. The Quickwire factory, Randy, is going to be making 15,000 Quickwire a minute.
Oh, God.
And I have to bring over 6,000 copper a minute over to it.
Jeez.
So, it's meant to be refactoring all the early game factories.
Yeah.
Yep. But at the time, I hadn't wanted to get into ATS, and I'd been looking at this thing quite a bit, this game quite a bit, and that's when I was like, you know what, I've got a couple bucks, I'm gonna pick up the game since I've been wanting it for a while, and I had seen the mentions of multiplayer coming. Alright, now I'll pick it up and check it out. As a way of seeing what it's like, and will it solve the what I'm dealing with, where I need a break from the belting and the math.
Yeah.
And yeah, here I am. You still need to check out Satisfactory. Yeah, it's a fun game, it really is, but it depends on the level you take it to. You can very easily take it to a point where it's like, oh my god, the numbers, the math, the belts, the hell, holy shit, what did I do? And then there's situations like mine where I undertook a personal challenge that got added to by some members of the community to a point where that challenge is now going, oh dear Christ, what did I get into?
Yep.
But I'm intent on keeping that world until 1.0 comes out, so I'll just, go back to it here and there type of deal. But it's alright, Craven, just blame me, everybody else does. Or I mean Moss Frog, not Craven. You come in here like this while Mr. Viking Hammer's doing his thing, and you hit that button right there, and he just loves it.
First thing on his mind. Damn it, Darius.
Yep. He's got a few fun ones in there to play.
Uh-huh.
If you lurk enough and you get enough channel points, he also has a really loud channel point redeem. It's some train horns.
Yeah.
That can really get him.
Oh yeah, he loves those.
But the best thing is to wait until he's just right into trucking, and you know he's kind of like, you know how it goes. You just kind of like start focusing on the road, and you're not really looking over at chat as much, and that's when you
Yep.
pop him.
Yep.
I almost had him crash the other night. If you want a link to Mr. Viking Hammer, there's a link to his channel.
Go in there and tell him that Darius sent you.
Indeed. And he's good people. Actually, as a matter of fact, we've talked that when the multiplayer comes out, he wants to join me and just run an excavator. he says he's already been practicing. He's ready to just sit in an excavator all day. Okay. See, multiplayer is when things like the excavators and the tunnel boring machine and stuff will really shine. Because right now it's awkward to use them. Because you almost have to like jump in and out of the vehicle to use it effectively. Or put down conveyors everywhere. Whereas with multiplayer, obviously, you know, you'll be able to drive a truck underneath the thing and that type of stuff. So that should make a huge difference with the multiplayer side of things.
Oh, I know it will.
Really? Stupid Pebble? You were in the truck and went flying up out of the truck. You're a son of a bitch. Not a problem there, Mr. 2. I'm sure he will appreciate it. Of course, I've also been lurking in Utterly's channel quite a bit, because I want enough channel points to redeem the cow outfit. He spends an entire stream wearing a cow suit. I'm close.
Wife's talking to the she-devil dog.
She-devil dog, huh? He's on pace for it, Craven, but all it's gonna take is a night here or there, and now he's doing some Microsoft Flight Sims, so that's definitely gonna hurt his miles. That'll be an interesting one. We'll see. I think yesterday he was telling Viking he was at like 52,000 already. Which is crazy. Nautical miles don't count. Is this when we tell him it has to be real miles, not in-game miles? So he's gonna multiply everything by 19? Yeah, that'll be 1.4 million there, Utterly. I tried to get him with the fine. It'll be 130,000 for January, but then you need to add 10% each month that you complete the challenge. But by that account, it would end up being something like 300,000 miles for December if he made every month. Oops. Turn the other way. I hate that. That's one of the major things I can't wait for it to get fixed. The collision on the back of the articulated vehicles. Right now, if you're at a really high angle, the collision on the back of these things acts like it's 3 meters wider than the vehicle actually is.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We'll see. There's no way to track flight miles. Yeah.
We'll just make him keep a logbook. Keep an e-log. We'll know where he's at. Track him.
Nope, I never am, Chris. Oh, Utterly added the hashtag dammit. Both Viking and Utterly have hashtag dammit Darius in their titles. Well, that's why I told him, it's like, air miles don't count, Utterly. Almost 16 meters underground. Nice, Moss Frog. What level are you up to now? Level 19? Sweet.
That sucks. It's truck horn.
Yeah, give it a second. There it is. See, the problem, the tough part is I don't think it's the internet side. Because that just happened where the bitrate cut out. Thanks, Chris. But I know Randy wasn't. I don't get interrupted in Discord. The streams I'm watching, meaning Utterly and Reyes and Viking Hammer, those streams didn't get interrupted. Just Streamlabs.
I think it's yeah, I think it's Streamlabs.
It probably is. But every time I try to get OBS straightened out to do what I want it to, it doesn't work. Like, I have OBS set up almost exactly the same as I do Streamlabs for the audio side. So we can still listen to some tunes while we're gaming and it's not on the VOD. It works for Streamlabs. Doesn't work for OBS. And they're set up the same. They both have a separate Twitch VOD. Twitch VODs are set to the same channel. Everything's setting the same there. Alright there, Sir Welshie. You take care. I'll catch you later. Appreciate the lurk. So, you know, like, everything's set the same, but for some reason the music goes to the VOD on the on the OBS, even though it's the audio is set up the same. One other issue I have is my transition between screens. I've got that you know, where the axe comes in and hits everything. In Streamlabs, you'll be able to turn that down, so it's not a ear-blowing sound. I can't change that volume in OBS, at least not as far as I've found. And the original audio file that I got, the original file I got, the audio in it is really loud. And I've tried going in to edit it so the audio's not as loud, but I've not made a difference, even though I've tried. So I don't know if I can get that taken care of. And then one of the other major complaints is, you know, I've got the banner at the top of the screen there that has, you know, follower and donators and bits and things like that, subscribers. That's all up there. That I have yet to be able to import into OBS, and from what I understand, you can't. You have to rebuild it from scratch. And I have had zero luck in trying to do that. So that's one of the big reasons why I haven't made the switch, because I could shut down the Streamlabs right now, fire up OBS, but I'd be missing my banner at the top. There's a few other things missing out of it, and then that Stinger transition's really loud. Now, if I do decide to go to the multi-streaming to YouTube, the music situation's gonna have to change anyway, because YouTube doesn't tolerate music on a live stream unless you can guarantee that it's YouTube safe, which is tough. Well, that's the same thing too, Schnapple. I really enjoy the music, but what I'm getting at is there are music things out there that would get me music and or beats that are YouTube friendly. Not necessarily my playlists out of Spotify, but there would still be music. It's just a matter of which service to go through. So I used to have Pretzel, but Pretzel didn't leave a whole lot of options. Once you start checking YouTube safe, music. So I don't know. It's a rock and a hard place situation with me. Because I think it would be beneficial to start multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch. But at the same time, I don't want to sacrifice the quality of the stream. Meaning, you know, what you guys have all come to enjoy. So, you know, rock and a hard place.
I don't think I'd want to try and walk between a wall and you. That might hurt.
There's still a few feet there. You just gotta remember how big this thing is.
Uh-huh.
Not saying you'd have been able to walk through, you know, shoulder wide. You might have had to, you know, turn sideways and shuffle, but I bet you made it through.
Be my luck I'd do that and you'd run me over. Pop!
Whoop.
So much for Andy.
What was that thump? I don't know.
I heard a pop. I don't know.
What's this red gooey stuff all over the place? I don't know. Somebody around here? Beats me. Now I'm
Not
curious.
anymore.
I think I might have screwed up over here. One thing you gotta watch out for, this retaining wall looks cool, but if you get too close to it with the roller, what'll happen is it'll start to pull down the material from the top.
Yeah.
It's weird. Mr.2619, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. Though, I thought you were following.
I was too.
Could be one of them weird Twitch thingies. It
Yeah.
happens.
Twitch is like that.
Mm-hmm. I've had it unfollow people I watch all the time, and then I've had it leave people that don't even stream anymore.
Yep.
You weren't? Oh, well. Then I appreciate the follow. I guess you've been here often enough, I just had figured you had followed at some point. See, this is the one you do. You're doing this one right here. See?
Who was that anyways?
That's Viking.
Was that Viking? Go back to streaming.
Yeah. Yeah, he's on the monitor over there. I've got that monitor split into one half of it's my Twitch dashboard, and then the other half is Viking tab in one corner and Utterly in the other corner. Well, thank you there, Mr. 2. Appreciate the kind words. And of course, you know, those windows are multi-tabbed. I have Casket and Reyes behind Utterly and Viking, respectively. Too many people streaming, not enough windows. Oh hell, I don't even have Avery J up or Rocket Wolf. There we go. Be able to extend that wall a little bit soon. I think I've actually carved out enough of a spot I can move the truck over there a little bit closer too. Let's park this right in here. I pulled something the other day when I was at the frickin' physical therapist. Is it Tuesday? No, Monday. Monday I had an appointment with physical therapy and starts checking, you know, range of movement and stuff like that. And one point she was checking my leg. She's like, "Oh, lift it as high as you can," because I'm laying on my back. She's lift it straight up, high as you can. And I get, you know, I don't know, like 20 degrees maybe. And she goes, "That is as high as you can." I go, "That is. Can't go any higher?" Nope. So suddenly she goes, "All right, put your leg back down for a second." She goes in the drawer and pulls out this big, you know, dial with the two different arms on it, so you can tell what angle something's being held at. She goes, "Okay, do that again." She looks at it, eyeballs it, and then starts making notes in her computer. It's like, well, yep. Go to the other side, same situation happens. Notes in the computer. I go back in again next Tuesday. But one of her words to me as we were wrapping up because that was like the first visit with her to, you know, check things out and stuff like that. She's, "Well, you certainly don't have the range of movement you should." Yeah, fucking think, genius.
That's when you go in. That's when you go into the appointment with a 2x4, and you go, when they say something stupid, you smack them in the head, and you go, and say that one again.
Randy, I carry an oak
I know.
cane. I walk around with an oak cane.
Been using that on any of them? It hadn't worked.
Not yet. I'm leaving my options open. Yeah, no, I was talking with Cope a little bit earlier and how I'm trying a new diet to see if I can't lose some weight. And his response to me was, "Oh, don't tell me these doctors got you believing that weight's your issue." I go, "I know it isn't my issue, but if I can lose some weight this year, and then look at the doctor and go, 'Hey doc, I've lost weight. Problem still exists. Fuck it, figure it out.'"
They're
You know,
not smart enough for that.
well, at the very least, if I show up having lost weight with the same symptoms and issues, it will force them to
Reevaluate.
reevaluate. You know, that they can't just jot it down as, "Oh, he's overweight." You know, they can't just say he's not disabled, he's overweight. It'll be, well, the overweight issue isn't there, so what else is going on? It can only help my case.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you for the help, the conveyor. I think it worked. Awesome, Schnapple. Glad to hear it. And you are, of course, very welcome on that. Alright. Just trying to look and see the percentage on the front. I didn't want to overfill the thing again.
It's like you got a coal vein there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're dotted all across there.
Yep.
Oh, damn it. Whee! Mr. Wanderer Wade coming in with a tier 1 resub. Oh yeah, you can do that. Thank you very much for that, Wanderer Wade. Do greatly appreciate it. Been watching me this long? 4 months, yeah. So yeah, there's, you can see there's coal veins all across here. They even go way up over there. There's coal veins there. There's another one right there. And I don't know if that's a coal or... That one looks like it's probably a lithium vein there. So that's what's in this cut at the moment.
Ah, okay.
Alright, it's going a little funky, chat. But yeah, that's kind of my goal this year. Is I want to try and lose a little bit of weight, so that the doctors can't just keep throwing that one at me. Oh, you're overweight. You're overweight. You're overweight. I don't need to, Chris, but the coal in my case is becoming my road base and ads. Hello, Kiston. What can I do for you? I do like the look of the gravel, Wade, but the issue is with the gravel, it's not as consistent to sort out. The problem with the gravel is you have to be into blasted What the hell? 1 second, chat.
What did you do? Oh, you're saving. Okay.
That was weird. Had something scratch the inside of my leg from the inside of my pants. What the hell is that? There was a big wooden splinter on the inside of my pant leg. But the cat is demanding I go fix his food dish, so that's the other reason why I said 1 second. Yes, I'm coming, Kirsten. Goofy cat. There was nothing wrong with your dish, you shit. Your dish had plenty of food in it. So, yeah, I'm trying a slightly different diet, and I'm trying to cut out the sugary beverages. So, in a couple of days, it'll be no more sodas and one coffee
got
per
him.
day.
I got him.
Nice.
I'm with Trade Horde.
Told you, that one's a loud one, too.
As soon as he heard him, it just kind of scrunched over to one side.
Yep. But what I was saying, Wade, is it's not as easy to sort gravel. And the reason I say that is because right now, you have to blast solid rock to get blasted rock, or rip it. Which will give you the blasted rock. The blasted rock you can run through the jaw crusher, fractioner, gets you your gravel, which you can sort out. But if you have like some solid rock that you picked up at the same time, what'll end up happening is the solid rock will get mixed in with the gravel as you try to sort it out. This sorting method for the coal only works while I'm in dirt and pay dirt. Once I get to gravel, this sorting method doesn't work. And the reason this one works so well is because you've got that conveyor sorter that will just pull dirt and pay dirt out. If you try to do it in such a way that you're sorting gravel out, any coal or lithium or a lot of those things will sorry, not lithium, but coal, solid rock, crushed rock, blasted rock, gravel, all kind of fit into the same category. There's no guaranteed way to keep them out, so it's just gravel. Thank you, Mr. Utterly, for the drop in the base. What you guys didn't see is I just got Utterly. Let's see if we can't clip that this time, chat. Thank you, Chris. So this was moments after he did it to me. Oh, I might have to back up some. Where is it? Come on. Where is it? Oh, right here. Because he looked away after he hit mine, just in time for me to get him.
Uh-huh.
He's still watching me.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Here's Mr. Viking. The three of us need to get in Discord at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
I love how right now only Vikings they're the only one trying to stream.
And getting bombed by all your viewers. Everybody's hitting by something.
See what he says to that.
I gotta go check on my balance. I'll be back.
Yep. Mine is looking impressive. Just been on the building. Nice. Yeah, I'm enjoying the heck out of it. There isn't a huge amount of stuff you can do with the building right now, but there's enough that it's pretty good. A mine. A mine. I mean, you figure I've got a kilometer-long tunnel down through the mountain right now. I got my retaining wall here that I built that runs a big chunk of the way around my mine. So, I mean, this retaining wall runs way over there. And I've got it wrapping all over the place. Hey, Nightmare Gaming. Welcome in. So, yeah, I mean, I've been really just enjoying this game. It's chill, it's relaxed, and things are going alright there, Nightmare. Things are going alright. Trying to think. I took my pills on stream a few hours ago, so I can't take them again yet. And trying to drink more water. Trying to change the diet up a bit. Good old dirt therapy, indeed. And trying to cut out the sugary beverages. So hopefully the combination helps me lose some weight this year. And then I can look at the doctors and say, I can figure it out. Oh, get us an autosave. Wow, we blew right past $12 million at some point. Holy cow. When did that happen? You lost almost 20 kilograms? Nice. Yeah, I think I remember you saying that, Mr. 2. Me, I'd like to lose... I'd like to lose about 3 stone if I could. There's a unit of measurement most people don't know. I'm on the muck shift at the moment, finding the nice gravels. Question though, wash plant before conveyor trommel, then into storage to learning. So, the best way currently to make sure you're washing the dirt and pay dirt is to do the conveyor sorter. Then the bottom is only dirt and pay dirt, which goes into a wash plant. And then all of that can go direct to storage, unless you want the dirt out of it. At which point, after your wash plant would be either another conveyor sorter or a trommel to kick the dirt out. And then the conveyor sorter top end, it can go straight into storage unless you're down into the solid rock level. If you're into the solid rock level, then what you would want to do there is have the top of the conveyor sorter go to a jaw crusher, the jaw crusher into a fractioner, and then that can go into storage. Or if you are currently on the coal plant map, as many people are, you can direct sell. Going into orthopedic surgery, see about getting hips that were replaced back in time. Did a calcium growth. Ew, that doesn't sound like fun at all. I guess they cool. Hello, darkness. What can I do for you, darkness? What can I do for you, darkness? Hi. Yes, hi, darkness. Hi. Hello, darkness. Hello, Kistan. How are you? Yes, happy kitty. Hi, Kistan. There you go. We're gonna get the... Oh, we only got one lick today, chat. We only got one lick. You gonna go up into your bed? You gonna go up there? Yeah. It's open. You may move it a little bit. You may move it a little bit. Got your haircut today, Chris? Nice. Sorry, chat. Had to... Oh. And there he goes. He's in the bed. I gotta get another camera or something and have just a kitty cam. So, yeah, I don't know if you caught all that, just Jesse. Words are hard. All right. So, said bad weather coming on us. Yep. Saturday they're calling for weather. Tuesday, Wednesday next week, and Friday next week. So what I was saying there, Jesse, is take this here as my initial hopper, right? If I dump material in there, it comes up these conveyors. The conveyors go into sorter conveyors. Conveyor sorters, I should say. The bottom comes out to a wash plant and a trommel. You can replace the trommel with a conveyor sorter if you want, or you can just go straight through. Me, I am saving my dirt for filling in holes, building roads, extending areas. So I'm saving my dirt. Not everybody does. Some people sell it. I'm choosing to save it. So, you could do another conveyor sorter or a trommel here. I'm using the trommel, so the dirt pops out down there in that conveyor. That conveyor leads out around to a spot over there. The top of this joins a spot here with the other side. The top of the conveyor sorter is everything but dirt and pay dirt. So lithium, bauxite, all of that stuff. Solid rock, crushed rock, blasted rock, all of that will come out the top. So in this case, if I've got solid rock or blasted rock or other stuff like that, I come out the top. I do exclamation Discord, Jesse, and you can show them there. But the top, the blasted rock would come out into jaw crushers, right here, which then crush the blasted rock into crushed rock, goes into a fractioner, which takes the crushed rock and turns it into gravel, bauxite, rhodium, copper, and magnetite. Now, anything else is also just kind of progressing through here. That then comes around into the hoppers to sell, just like everything else, and then I auto sell here. Again, I'm on coal plant, so I have the auto sell point. If you don't, this gets simplified because you can just put storage boxes in to catch all of this stuff. You could literally just put a storage box right here after the fractioner, and after the wash plant, a storage box. Done. But again, you don't need the fractioner and the jaw crusher until you're into solid rock. So if you're just in pay dirt and coal and other things, gravel, sorry, I say gravel, but dirt, pay dirt, and the higher veins of ore, lithium and whatever else, you can just conveyor sort, wash plant into a storage. You don't even technically need the sorter. You could literally just run everything right through a wash plant and into a sorter. Or into a storage. I say sorter, storage. So you can get as complex as you want, or you can make it really simple. It's entirely up to you. It won't matter. Like I said, if you're into solid rock and you're blasting to get the crushed rock, or I should say blasted rock, then you'll need the jaw crusher, at which point you need the sorter. The top goes into the jaw crusher and fractioner, the bottom into a wash plant, and then you can storage, and you're done. So, like I said, you can get as complex or as simple as you want. I suppose, in theory, you could come straight out of your hopper into a jaw crusher, fractioner, wash plant, then into a storage, and you're done. The way I did it was hopper into crusher, then into trommel, bottom end down to wash, conveyor sorter, top end, straight to storage. Yeah, like I said, it depends on what you've got coming in, and with a storage, you'll be able to tell, am I processing this, am I not? A lot easier. But see, like right now, down here, that leads directly up to my plant. This is a small little processing plant underneath where the truck is currently, that's meant to sort the dirt and the coal while processing the pay dirt. That way I can keep the dirt and coal down here for road building, and the processed pay dirt then dumps into my normal hopper and goes up the hill. Like I said, this freedom to do a lot with this game, if you so choose to. Or you could do much simpler. You know, it's all entirely up to you. Me, I've been going on this save for about 170-ish hours. So I've had time to do a lot to it. I love it. I do this for a living. Quarry, not wash plant. Ah! Nice, that's awesome. Are you in the States, Jesse, or are you, elsewhere? $2.2 million ton a year in jolly old England. Nice. That's awesome. That's a lot of tonnage. I live in New England. Swindon Quarry in Yorkshire. Oh, nice. That's awesome. That actually sounds familiar already. Yeah, that sounds vaguely familiar already. Don't know why or where. Maybe it's just something I saw or came across, but it sounds vaguely familiar. In-pit crushing, one of the first big plants. Oh, nice. That's cool. Now, here's the real question. Got a bucket wheel excavator? If you're doing crushing, I doubt you're in a bucket wheel territory, because that's usually for softer materials, but Metso LT160, first ever built. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna say bucket wheel excavator. If you're doing in-pit crushing, you're probably into blasted rock, and that's not bucket wheel territory. They're usually into softer materials where there's lots of coal and other types of inputs. I've actually seen that complaint about that, about this game is like, yes, in this particular material, you could potentially be using a wheel loader because it's dirt, pay dirt, and coal, but normally you would be picking it up first with like an excavator to loosen it, and then loading it with a wheel loader. But for efficiency's sake, you'd excavator it straight into the truck. Now, granted, in large coal seams, they do straight wheel loader it right into trucks. But that's only because coal's a pretty soft material. You certainly wouldn't, once you've blasted the material, use a wheel loader to load blasted stone into a dump truck. Wheel loader wouldn't necessarily like that too much. But it all depends on how much realism you're trying to get out of the game, right? Well, yeah, that's true. And I guess a lot of it, too, would be dependent on what type of rock you're in. You know, if you're in granite, it's not going to fracture as well when you're blasting it. If you're in shale, that's going to fracture quite nicely. There's a couple quarries near me, but nothing on the scale of what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, this is true. That is true. Scale has a way of playing with things, right? You know, a wheel loader this big isn't going to give a shit if it's in granite and you've blasted it, because the bucket's so damn big and the machine's so damn heavy, it's going to go through it anyway.
Yeah, that's what they use in gypsum mining. Big old wheel loaders like that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, especially in coal, they love those things in coal.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. We did have a small quarry a couple miles from my house, but it didn't get enough business to maintain staying in working order. And I think a lot of that's because of the fact that the there's a quarry couple towns over that is owned by a concrete company. They bought it and they operate it for the sake of the concrete company. You know, crushing gravel for the concrete mixes. But they'll sell out of that quarry too.